Alaska. A place that stirs the imagination, not with tales of comfort, but of wild beauty, isolation, and survival. Its coastline stretches endlessly into the North Pacific and Bering Sea, where wind-slashed waves collide with glaciers and storms come without warning. In this vast and untamed wilderness, a quiet but fierce battle unfolds each season. The pursuit of the giant king crab. It is here in one of the harshest environments on Earth that a group of men wake each day to gamble with the sea. They are crab fishermen, not celebrities, not explorers, but warriors in their own right. Their mission? To harvest one of the ocean's most prized creatures and to make it back alive. Contrary to what many think, crab fishing doesn't begin when the boat sets out to sea. It starts days, even weeks before, at the docks. Here, captains and crew gather around charts, scrutinizing weather patterns, tidal movements, sea temperatures, and past catch data. These meetings aren't casual chats, they are tactical discussions where lives and livelihoods are at stake. A single mistake in judgment could mean returning empty-handed. Worse still, it could mean never returning at all. Storms in the Bering Sea are not polite. They are ruthless, unpredictable, and often unforgiving. That's why every decision made before leaving port is crucial, from how many traps to load, to which crab grounds to target, and even when to leave and when to return. Once the engines roar to life and the boat leaves the safety of shore, it enters a world where nature rules with absolute authority. The vessel becomes a floating outpost, isolated and self-reliant. The hum of machines mixes with crashing waves, and the frigid air bites into exposed skin. The crew, often working for 20-hour days, moves with unspoken coordination. Every man has a role. Some prepare bait, typically chopped herring or mackerel. Others inspect the pot traps, large, heavy steel cages, engineered to allow crabs in but not out. These traps are both a tool and a symbol, representing generations of knowledge, innovation, and hardship. Each pot is meticulously baited and then, in rhythmic harmony, dropped into the sea, one after another, hundreds, sometimes thousands, each one attached to a buoy and a long rope, marking its position amid the vastness of the ocean. Once the traps are set, the hardest part begins, waiting. The traps remain underwater for hours, often days. The goal is simple: give the crabs time to find the bait. But nothing about the sea is simple. A passing ship could tangle the lines, a sudden current could shift the traps, a storm could force the crew to retreat, or sometimes the crabs just don't come. This waiting isn't restful, it's filled with silent tension. On board, the crew performs maintenance, catches what sleep they can, and keeps a nervous eye on the weather. Everyone knows, when the time comes to haul the traps, the fate of the trip hangs in the balance. Retrieving the traps is both a test of endurance and a rush of adrenaline. Using a hydraulic winch, each trap is pulled up from the deep. Covered in algae, sea stars, and barnacles, the cage slowly emerges, and all eyes lock on the contents. Are they empty? Or are they overflowing with crimson king crabs and pearly snow crabs? When the traps are full, a surge of energy pulses through the crew. Smiles break through fatigue. The men move quickly, sorting, measuring, and recording. Only legal-sized males are kept. Smaller crabs and females carrying eggs are gently released back into the sea. It's a code of honor and a legal requirement, one that ensures the crab population remains sustainable for years to come. Though crab fishing is physically punishing, it also demands deep knowledge of marine ecosystems. Experienced fishermen can read the sea like a book. They interpret changes in water temperature, detect subtle shifts in current, and even pick up on the smell of crabs in the water. It's a sixth sense honed over generations, passed down like a sacred ritual. Technology has added a new dimension to this ancient practice. Today's vessels are equipped with sonar to scan the seafloor, GPS for pinpoint positioning, and computer systems to track weather changes in real time. But no machine can replicate the instinct of a seasoned crabber, who knows just by watching the waves or tasting the wind whether the crabs are near. Despite the efficiency and preparation, Alaskan crab fishing remains one of the most dangerous professions in the world. The sea offers no mercy. Decks become skating rinks of ice. Waves rise taller than houses. The risk of hypothermia, drowning, or being crushed by equipment is constant. Lives have been lost. Stories of near-death experiences are common. Ropes wrapped around ankles, boats capsizing in seconds, men falling overboard in freezing temperatures where survival is measured in minutes. Safety protocols are strict. Every crew member undergoes training in emergency procedures. Life vests, rescue suits, communication tools, everything must work perfectly. Because out here, help is often days away. Once the catch is secured and the traps are retrieved, the journey is far from over. The crabs must be kept alive in circulating seawater tanks with carefully controlled temperatures. Any mistake here, a failed pump, contaminated water, could spoil the entire haul. The return voyage is often quieter, a mix of exhaustion and relief, but also pride. Every pound of crab on board is the result of sweat, coordination, experience, and risk. When the boat finally pulls back into port, it carries not just seafood, but the echoes of a battle fought and won. For many fishermen, this work is more than a paycheck. It's a way of life, a tradition tied to identity, family, and purpose. Fathers teach sons. Stories are passed around galley. Stories are passed around galley tables. There's camaraderie born of shared danger and mutual respect. On land, others may not understand, but at sea, they are brothers. The crab they bring home becomes part of a global supply chain, appearing in gourmet restaurants, holiday feasts, and seafood markets worldwide. But few who enjoy these meals know the human stories behind them. Crab fishing is lucrative, but it walks a fine line between economy and ecology. The US government enforces strict regulations, quotas, seasons, size limits, and gear restrictions, all designed to prevent overfishing and protect the marine environment. Most fishermen comply not just out of legal obligation, but personal conviction. They know their survival, and that of the crab population, depends on balance. Sustainability isn't just a buzzword out here, it's common sense. In many ways, the story of Alaskan crabbers is a parable. It speaks of perseverance in the face of adversity, of harmony with nature, of the rewards that come only to those willing to risk, to wait, and to respect the forces greater than themselves. It's also a reminder that in an age of convenience and instant gratification, there are still people willing to work hard for something real. People who understand that some treasures lie far beneath the surface, and only those brave enough to dive into the cold will ever reach them. The next time you crack open a piece of king crab, remember, it didn't arrive on your plate by chance. It came from the depths, from the hands of men who fought freezing winds and monstrous waves to bring it to you. Men who chose a life that is hard, dangerous, and endlessly rewarding. They are the quiet heroes of the sea, and their story, like the ocean itself, is deep, powerful, and never truly ends.